Title asterisk, died laughing, $0 to $10 million, hook, midnight to 0:30, imagine being a medieval knight, surrounded by the stark reality of war, and yet, your last moment on earth is filled with uncontrollable laughter. What could be so funny that it takes your life? It's the year 1356, and Sir Edward, a renowned knight, lies on the ground, his armor dented, his sword still in hand, but his eyes frozen in a permanent smile. Let's go back in time and uncover the events that led to this bizarre incident. Section 1, The Struggle, 0:30 to 3 o'clock. You know how sometimes you feel like you're just going through the motions, like you're stuck in a never-ending cycle of boredom and frustration. That's exactly how Sir Edward felt. As a knight, he was expected to be brave, noble, and serious all the time. But what if I told you that Sir Edward had a secret passion, comedy? He loved making people laugh, but in a world where humor was scarce, he had to keep it hidden. Can you relate to feeling like you're living a life that's not truly yours? You're not alone. Sir Edward's story is about to take a dramatic turn, and it's going to challenge everything you thought you knew about courage and creativity. But first, let's talk about the day that changed everything for Sir Edward, and it's not what you think. Pattern interrupt asterisk. Let's take a quick pause and ask ourselves, what's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you? Share it with me in the comments below. Section 1 continues. As Sir Edward navigated the complexities of medieval life, he began to realize that his love for comedy was not just a hobby, but a way to cope with the harsh realities of war. He started to sneak into the local taverns, watching comedians and jesters, studying their techniques, and even trying out his own jokes on the patrons. But little did he know, his newfound passion would soon put him in a difficult spot. What happens when you're forced to choose between your duty and your passion? The answer might surprise you. Let's find out what happened to Sir Edward on that fateful night. Section 2, The Turning Point, 3 to 6 o'clock. It was the night of February 27, 1356, and Sir Edward was attending a private dinner party at the castle. The guests were all high-ranking officials, and the atmosphere was tense. That's when Sir Edward decided to take a risk and tell a joke. It was a joke he had been working on for weeks, and it was a bold one. As he began to speak, the room fell silent, and all eyes were on him. The joke was about the king's favorite horse, and it was a joke that would either make him a hero or a villain. The room erupted in laughter, but not everyone was amused. The king's advisor, a stern and serious man, was not pleased. He accused Sir Edward of being disrespectful and demanded that he apologize. But Sir Edward refused, and that's when things took a dramatic turn. The advisor challenged Sir Edward to a joke-telling contest, and the stakes were high. The winner would receive a grand prize, but the loser would face severe punishment. What do you think Sir Edward did next? Pattern interrupt asterisk. Have you ever been in a situation where you had to think on your feet? Share your story with me, and let's see if we can learn from each other. Section 2 continues. Sir Edward, being the quick-witted knight that he was, accepted the challenge. The contest began, and the two of them went back and forth, telling jokes and trying to outdo each other. The crowd was in stitches, and it seemed like Sir Edward was winning. But just as he was about to deliver the final blow, disaster struck. The advisor told a joke that was so funny, so unexpected, that it caught Sir Edward off guard. He laughed so hard that he fell to the ground, and that's when it happened, he died laughing. But what was the joke that killed him? That's the million-dollar question, and I'm about to reveal the answer. But first, let's talk about the lessons we can learn from Sir Edward's story. Section 3, The Method, 6 to 9 o'clock. So, what can we learn from Sir Edward's story? Here are 3 key takeaways. 1. Embracing your true self. Sir Edward's love for comedy was not just a hobby, but a part of who he was. He refused to hide it, even when it was difficult. We can all learn from his courage and be true to ourselves, even if it means taking a risk. 2. The power of creativity. Sir Edward's jokes brought people together and made them laugh. We can all use our creativity.